Hey guys, Sheepy here, and today we are going to be doing the first installment of the patch notes recap series that I hope is useful to at least some of you. I know a lot of you don't read the patch notes, I used to be one of them, but you're missing out on a lot of information without it. This series is meant to be quick and concise to cover all of the main points, so we are at least all on the same page as far as major changes. Things like new boss mechanics, I'm probably not going to go into. I'm pretty sure you're going to find much better tutorials elsewhere on other channels. So if there's any other questions or suggestions, please leave a comment below. This is something that I'm hoping to build on to be better every time. So any recommendations, suggestions, don't be afraid. So let's get started. There are two new Arcane regions. We have Esfera and Sellas. Please forgive me if I pronounce them incorrectly or differently from you. The level requirement for Esfera is 235, and it has its own arcane symbol. There are 3 maps in Esfera: Arcane Force 530, 550, and 570. There are 3 new maps in Sellas. That's Arcane Force 590, 610, and 630. With this patch, they are releasing a new boss, new Commander Will. I will not be going into any of the mechanics for his boss fight, so you will have to look at a different tutorial video for that. Sorry. Like other bosses, you do need to be level 200, and the recommended defense ignore rate is 60% or higher, and arcane power of 700 or higher. There is a 15-minute time limit and can be cleared once per week. With the release of Will, they also have a pitched set pocket. You can use the drop of the selection box to choose between a magic and physical attack pocket. And here on screen you can see the stats for the spellbooks. I'm not going to read them all out. This does include an expansion of the pitched boss set effect. As all new bosses do, it also comes with new souls and new soul set effects. You may have seen that there was a red nodestone icon. That is to give you the true arachnid reflection skill. You can also use the material drops from Will to craft a broken mirror fragment, which is used to enhance the cursed spellbook. Commander Damien now has a single player mode, both normal and hard. They do share clear counts between single player and multiplayer. In single player, his HP is different, lower. The attack patterns are the same as the multiplayer mode, so that's good. Unfortunately, doing single player Damien does not have the chance to drop his eye patch. There is now a boss contribution system. That means that you need to do at least 2% of contribution to qualify for any reward, even the clear. If you don't do 2%, you will not even consume your entry ticket. You don't even have a clear. You can enter again and you don't get any drops. There is a table that they listed here that has all of the bosses that are included. There is a specified time that you can clear before to still get rewards even though you did not do 2% contribution, but that time is not disclosed. The clear time may differ between bosses. The MSM PC client has been released, and you can find on the forum instructions on how to handle the download. There was a lot of confusion upon release between people with C accounts and playing on global. If you're having any problems with that, please go see the Discord, ask for help. The trade station has received filter improvements. That means that they've added way more detailed types of filter options, so you can browse the things that you want to see. Things like emblems, souls, even style items. Fashion story is a big endgame thing. The chat box has been reworked, and it's very different from before. The key change that I enjoy would be the fact that you can tap anywhere to close it. Before, you used to have to tap the X button in the corner to close it, but that is no longer the case anymore. There is a lot of extra stuff added to it. Some people hate it, but you will have to look through it to understand yourself. I'm not going to go too deep into it. We do have some new events. We have the Von Leon and Hilla team battle, which thankfully has rewards that give you some of their drops, and you can definitely make use of them because one of them is a box that drops the unique accessories from Von Leon, and you need, of course, one of each of the 3 to craft your ring. So make use of that. While this event is going, there is a hot time buff that will be provided when you fight Von Leon and Hilla in multiplayer mode. Here's a quick glance at some of the rewards you can get from this event. The elixir cooldown while fighting certain commanders has been reduced. Amongst Arcarium, Lotus, Damien, and Lucid, only Damien Normal has a 3-second cooldown. All of the others are reduced to 5 seconds. Mac client users now have trackpad and magic mouse scroll function support. They've improved Phantom's judgment draw skill structure. I quote, "We've resolved the issue of missing judgment draw trigger counts depending on the server status by increasing the activation count rather than adjusting the activation cooldown." Now when using discount coupons to level up gear, it no longer allows you to exceed the discountable amount. A V-matrix filter has been added that allows detailed adjustments of the node type selected when using select all in the extract category. Enhanced nodes are automatically excluded, and when you tap apply, the detailed settings will be saved to your device. They've now added another option on where you can lock a node depending on where you're viewing it from. Before, you could not lock a node from the node details pop-up, but you can now. Legendary equipment now has a price limit in the trade station. 16 Star Force and below has a 700 million meso limit. 17 to 20 Star Force has a 1 to 3 billion meso limit. I'm pretty sure that scales through the Star Force count. And anything above 21 Star Force has no limit, so 10 million mesos. Here's a big one for me personally. An improvement has been made to the skill effect transparency settings in the options effect boss category, where other dungeons that are not bosses are now included in that setting. So things like Dojo, Kerning Tower, Guild Honor Battle, Culvert, all that. You don't need to worry about seeing full-scale skill animations if you have that set for normal and your bossing is set to transparent, because before it wouldn't apply there. So although it was transparent when you would be bossing, the moment you go into any of these other contents, it would go back to your normal setting, and if your normal setting had full-blown skill animations showing, you cannot see anything. You would have to turn it both down to transparent in order for you to do these contents, but now it is included, so you don't need to be flip-flopping. This one may have gone unknown, but there was, with the release of some of these V skills, way more hit count than I guess initially intended, which was causing a bog down of performance for some people's applications while they're playing. And so what they did was they limited the amount of hit counts you can see for some of them. I believe they limited it to 12. So although you might not think you're doing full lines because you're looking and counting from a recording that you may have taken, it's there. It's just not showing to help improve the performance of your device as you play. There have been daily Arcane Force quest improvements. They've reduced the amount of quests needed to do daily down to 1 for all regions. Upon release, there was a lot of confusion because some of the players, mainly NA players, would log in and see that they still have 3 quests. Although this takes effect, and as you can see, they edited the patch notes to show this, tomorrow, the following day. So after reset, you should be seeing only 1 quest. So that'll be it for the first installment. I am not going to go into the bug fixes. I am not going into the boss fight mechanics, and I skipped over a lot of things that I think do not really matter. But if you want to know, go ahead and check out the patch notes. I will leave a link in the description below. And if you do want to see more things, such as like cash shop packages that come out and stuff, I also skipped that. Just let me know what you think. Otherwise, it's been fun. I'm out of here. Peace.